Hello, everyone. How is everyone this wonderful Sunday? Hopefully, everybody is doing okay. Of course, I got a little lag going on, so bear with me. Let's see. Been watching a lot of crazy videos this morning and doing a little bit of crafting and picking up. However, it was mainly because I had to make room for all my cruise stuff because I want to share that with you today. All right, I am going to, just because I want to make sure that. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Maggie. Welcome. All right, I look like I am where I need to be. That's my biggest concern. So, all right. Hi, I'm seeing comments. I got my camera hooked up and no, no. How we doing? Are we back connected? Looks like Facebook is messing with me or YouTube. I got disconnected. Okay, I'm not. I've got to get used to this. I got disconnected. I see a little thing down in the corner. The battery of my laptop was really low, so sorry about that. Hopefully we're back where we're supposed to be. I am seeing myself a little bit. See myself on Facebook. Yes, it is a little laggy, due to the battery in my hold tight. Is it even on? All right, now we're gonna be charged. Oh, and look, now there's a light. I'm gonna get this, I swear. All right, it's a little laggy. The battery in my computer is a little low. I have everything plugged in. I just forgot to turn it on. It's all in a little power strip. So, okay, we're here. I'm happy. I'm gonna share. I'm just very excited. So, we're just gonna right to it. My name is Mary Jo Snyder. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States. Oh, don't tell me you can't hear me now. All right, hold on. So frustrating. How about now? Can you hear me on Facebook or anything? Hello? Hello? I hear myself on Facebook. Close out and come back in. I hear myself on Facebook. I hear myself. All right, good. Sorry, it's lagging because whatever. I'm here. Perfect. We're going to turn down my volume on my iPad then. Okay, let's just get to this. My name is Mary Jo Snyder. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States and upstate New York in the Finger Lakes region. And let's share. Let's get down to my work, my desktop, and we're going to show you some fun stuff. So while I was on the cruise, now there's a lot to share. So if you cannot watch this whole video, that's fine. I am going to make two cards at the end. This is our bag that we got. It's ginormous. It is wonderful, and it's got this adorable wooden tag with my name on it. So I was really excited about that. So that's my bag. We're going to set that aside. I might have to slip some stuff in that. I ended up using that as a beach bag on one of our excursions. Um, I'll get back to that when I get to creating, if I don't forget. All right, let's go through. This was our t-shirt. I was going to wear it today, but I'm a little chilled. This is our t-shirt. So awesome. Cruise 2026, Cruise Squad, creating memories together, simply spoiled and majorly spoiled, not just simply. Um, Great time, and they really do spoil you on these trips. That's for sure. Put that down with my bag. Okay. Every day there was, let's keep going through gifts. Gifts first. I'm sure they'll be out of sequence, but that's okay. This was a gift when I got down to. I love that I can use this in my scrapbook. It'll be so great. I'm very excited about that part of it, and I need to see if I can see my comments again. Hello, everyone that's joining in. Hey, Sue, Lisa, Susan. Oh, wow, look at everyone who's here. Thank you for being here. Hopefully, those that disappeared will be coming back and joining me again because I had a little oops. So, all right, all right, there's Maggie and um you're on Virgo and Libra. I cannot wait to see your finished book, Sue. I had so much fun yesterday. Thank you. I got so much done and I was so excited. I took a nap when I got home. I woke up. I didn't know what time it was, what day it was. It was great. So anyway, but that was probably why I couldn't sleep last night after that. So, okay, this was, I believe it was the next day, but I love how they printed this off and put it on some Coastal Cabana. And this is super awesome. Now, we had a gigantic or ginormous one of these things that actually held toiletries. You're not going to get the gist of how big this is, but on a cruise, you don't have a lot of space. You're not thinking hotel because you're in a cabin, and there were three of us, but we had a really huge one that we could put all our toiletries in that a friend let us borrow. She gave us all kinds of stuff because she had been on a cruise recently and cruises often, and she let us borrow a bunch of stuff, and one of those was the toiletry thing that hangs on your bathroom door, which was super awesome. This actually can hold your jewelry so that you have your jewelry all, Jane, welcome, so that you have your jewelry all handy, sorted, and whatnot. So that's super cool. Set that down there. Another day, we got this super cute plastic bag. Again, it had thank you on it in that beach themed paper. So cool. And inside here are some fun little things. One being you can't have enough chapstick or lip gloss yeah, chapstick when you are you know, anytime this time of year in the winter, when you're in the sun, it's great. And mine is mango. We actually switched because Brenda doesn't like mango. So I was very happy to get mango. So it's that EOS, OIS, or however you say it, lip gloss or lip balm. This is, now I have my mega bowl that Lori gave me with all my die cuts for my die cuts, my pen sticking to it. Well, this is a downsized version. It's so cute. How cute is that? Right? So compare the two. I love it. So we got a tiny little magnetic bowl, which will be showing its face here in my craft room now that I can get all my goodies out. And I love this paper. Everything was just so matchy matchy. It was just great. So you know me. I do not iron my paper. That is my mother and my mother-in-law used to keep all the tissue paper. I know I've shared the story a ton of times. And iron it. Well, I don't. But if it matches colors in the I'm sorry, paper pumpkin, the Stampin' Up! Color spectrum, I keep it because I think it's very cool to be able to match up your tissue paper. And this adorable tray that comes together, pops together, folds down, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it after I show you all my cards we made. Get it together. It should snap right in there. Snap right in there. This might take a little extra. Oh, you got to get it lined up. Get it lined up. Pop. It's right into place. My fingers aren't working today, but you get the gist. There we go. That will pop into place if I can get it lined up. There we go. There. Perfect. Cute little storage bin, right? So we will go ahead and put this stuff in there, but then I'll show you what else I'm going to put in there because these gifts came on the same day. But now I'm going to start using these. I have been using my lip balm because it's very tasty. Okay, and we'll set this over here. Next thing was, I believe this, I didn't pull mine apart because it is so stinking cute. It's a beach towel. It is a hat and it is decorated so cute with some wonderful tulle lace that kind of looks like pool party. I am going to take this out of there because it's getting beat up, but I can use that in my scrapbook. I already used the postal. This is going to go in my scrapbook. I'm not playing around, friends. It's all going to go in there. I'll find a way to even incorporate the tool. But I didn't want to take this apart before being able to show it off. But it's so adorable. Just adorable. And so we have our little beach hat, right? Which I probably should have been wearing while I was there. But we didn't spend a lot of time outside, only on the excursions because it was chilly when it was windy. And it was okay though because we had 2 days in the beginning we were out to sea. That's when the big winter storm was going through the west and down lower south. And we were able to uh what was it, to just spend time crafting because we had all these classes to do. So the first 2 days I didn't mind not being able to go out to the pool. The third day I did get some pool time when we got back from our excursion because it was a shorter excursion. We went to see the monkey sloths and iguanas and macaw birds. They're so beautiful. And I can't wait to share pictures. So when I get to that point, I will. And if you've seen some of them on my Facebook and YouTube or whatever, great. Swam with dolphins, swam with manatees, saw the ruins, and visited a chocolate factory in was it Honduras? Yes. Just so much fun. So much fun. So many beautiful things that we got to see. And my YouTube is pausing on me. All right. So, um, but anyway, if you're just joining in on this live, I'm sharing the wonderful things, the gifts and fun stuff that I have. I got a tickle. Sorry about that. That I have from our trip. So this is a beach blanket or beach towel, and they were different colors, so people got different colors. So there's that. And then we received, but wait, there's more. Every day there was prize patrol. There's still more gifts. Every day there was prize patrol, and they used the current in colors 24 to, nope, 25 to 27. So we had a little ticket with that color on it, whatever color. And my prize patrol was this beautiful paper that is, oh, darn, too on my iPad. The Love Story two-tone cardstock. So I'm excited about that because that goes with something else that I have, which I'll share in a moment. So this was my prize patrol, and I think my color was Secret Sea. So that was super cool. And where am I going to put my paper so it doesn't get mangled? We're going to just, I'm just going to keep it there for a minute. Okay. And then we had, so there's that. This was, I'm probably missing something, but that's okay. This was another gift that was at our table. It's Hey Sunshine, and they used that awesome beach paper. And I think this was the last day. Thank you for attending our annual Simply Spoiled Cruise Crafting Cruise. We hope you've had a great time and can join us next year. August 2nd to the 9th, 2027 on Quantum of the Seas to Alaska. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Stamptherapist.com and April McCreight, and that's McCreight.com. So that was an awesome card that we got from them as a thank you card. Well, a nice little card that we got that we can pay it forward. All right, I'm going to move this now because I have room. Okay, this was another kit. So cute idea that they had while they were there. And this was one of the kits, the kit that they featured, in that, in what they were doing. And without disclosing all that, I love this bag. So we ended up getting this kit as well in the pretty packaging with the thank you that I can remove from the packaging and I can put it in my scrapbook as well because I want to keep all the little things that they gave us, all the little personalized things, the decor, whatever. So, okay. I'm gonna tell you that we played bingo and we could sign up for bingo. We could buy extra bingo if you chose to. You didn't have to. It was an extra fee, but you could buy extra bingo cards and you could play bingo. And this was something you registered beforehand. While you got an email and you did all the things in your email. Well, I hit bingo twice because I bought extra cards. Not saying that's why it worked, but hey, certainly did at the moment. So with that, they gave us basically stamp and rewards that they earned and they gifted them to us. So as well as probably, the fees to go on the cruise and the crafting portion, I'm sure part of that went towards this. So what I ended up doing, actually got two of these kits, Love Story, and this is a scrapbooking workshop. I think I just ordered or I already have the scrapbooking stamp set. So, but I bought two of them. I got two of them because I'm gifting one to Brenda. Um, uh, because there's a story there, but we both fell in love with Jennifer's pages. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to get two and I'll give one to Brenda. She drove to the airport. She drove us home. She did a lot of the stuff to coordinate or to do all the things for the cruise because she has been on a cruise where Kim and I hadn't. So she really helped us a lot. So I thought it would be a nice little gift for her. So I can't wait to get that to her when I go to our next retreat. So fun stuff. Hello everyone joining in. Thank you for being here. And I also purchased with my winnings the Nature Hues 12 by 12 textured specialty paper. And if you haven't seen this, sorry, I just hit my camera. I'm going to show you this because it was part of our product that we um, had shipped to us that we had to. Yes, Terry, yes. I had to give up going to a cruise and I have to talk to Jody Breckville because it's actually during a time, it's the same summer, it's in June, it's the same cruise in Alaska, but unfortunately, and not unfortunately, one of my daughter's best friends is getting married in June and I don't want to miss it. These kids have been in my life, throughout. And some of her friends are my daughters, so mm, I can't miss her wedding. And of course, she's marrying Cooper, who also graduated with Aaliyah. So I just I can't miss their wedding. So, um, I may go on the other cruise if I can manage to save money and have someone watch my dog. So yes, Terry, people, let's do this. Okay. And I think they only have 18 spots left, the last I knew, and that was a couple weeks ago. So I also got the 3x3 flip flaps and the 3x4 flip flaps, which are those clear pockets that you can use in scrapbooking, but you also can make really cool shaker elements for shaker cards or whatever. So now you've seen the gifts from all of I think. I think you've seen all the gifts. I might come across something else, but this is another thing. We had our Simply Spoiled crafting cruise pink lanyard. and it's certainly spoiled. Yeah, I'm reading spoiled, personalized, and love it. And you could also put in your cabin key. If you didn't have a lanyard, I did end up buying one from the cruise line. Um, well, I should say it was gifted to me. Um, but yes, so you could use that, or if this would be where you would put your key, and it kind of showed off that we were in the group, and that was awesome. And I don't know what's going on with my voice right now. Um, Gifts from people attending. So got some cute gifts from some of the people that attended. It was not necessary to do this. I, however, did make something because I had made them for something else, and I never got them out to, I don't remember even what I used it for. It was for, I can't remember, but I was going to use it for something. This was mine, and I want to read you the little thing. Cute little baggie. I mean, I just ordered little smaller bags from Amazon. It was actually going to go into the little mesh bags, but the little horse heart didn't fit in there. So this, of course, we all know it's the year of the fire horse, and reflection of the year of the horse. With the year of the horse, the focus shifts to movement, freedom, and courage. The horse calls to harness our inner strength and chart our own course. This is a year to take bold actions, follow your passions, and embrace your creativity. Yet true power comes from balancing freedom and awareness. So that was my gift to everyone that attended. And I just kept one for myself. And I had a few extras. And I used those textured note dies that are retiring. They're on the last chance list, and maybe they're already gone. I don't know. This, of course, was from Karen. Karen? No. Oh, we met so many people, and I'm so sorry if I'm forgetting your name. Her and Shannon. They were hilarious. Hilarious. So she made this Simply Spoiled with all these pretty hearts, 2026. And of course it was candy was in there, and candy with me does not last very long. So I ate the candy. This is another cute mesh bag that has a plain ink spot in it. Super cute. I thought that was a really cute idea. So you can fill this with any color. And this is from, I put her card somewhere. I couldn't remember everybody's name. I think that my age is showing. Um, Melissa, maybe? Michelle. It started with an M. Her business card is somewhere. And this is from Shannon Howell from San Antonio, Texas. And this, of course, is well, there is adhesive holding the tag. Oh, there is adhesive there too. I think this was a cute little thing that I learned how to make from uh, Julie DiMatteo, the Paper Pixie. And it had, of course, my favorite cookies, one of my favorite cookies, the Biscoff biscuits. So tuck that back in there. Cute little way as a closure under the butterflies. Super cute. So there's that gift. And we had another gift, and I did not want to ruin my otter. You're utterly amazing, although I need to retie that. So what I did, because I wanted the goodies that were in here, we've got a glue eraser, and there is a ruler in here, a 6-inch ruler, which you can never have enough rulers, right? As a crafter. And I cut the bottom of the bag to get the chocolates out. Imagine that. There was yummy peanut butter things. It was almost like the inside of a Butterfinger. I don't even know what it was, but it was so good. Never had one before. There was a Jolly Rancher, and I can't remember what else, but I ate it. Imagine that. And I think that's it for gifts. Now, I am going to share with you when we signed up for the cruise, we were advised that our funds for the cruise portion, obviously, there was more to it. Obviously, it paid for the gifts and stuff like that. If you know the breakdown of how things work with retreats and stuff, they try to use everything that you pay for the crafting portion. Um, I know, right? That's funny, Terry. The gift after the crafting, or I said gift, the crafting portion, everything, the money that you put towards the crafting portion goes back to you. So whether it's them having water and refreshments and cookies in the crafting area a couple days during the cruise around, mid-morning, or whether it was for um, our gifts that we got from them, other special things. I don't know what's going on with my throat, but the crafts or the craft supplies, not the kits that they create and so that you could do your cards, but the designer series paper, the ribbons, the whatever they want for you to use during your cruise, they ship directly to you and you had to pack it and bring it with you. Because they had like 8 to 10 suitcases just with for the craft room. So that made it doable for them, and it wasn't like crazy amount of stuff for us to have to put in a carry-on, so, or our luggage. So what we got in our crafting supplies, I'll show you the embellishments. And I want to say there was a pack of mini dimensionals. Excuse me. We got a full pack of the faux bronze pentagons, and I just pulled a full pack out of my stash. I've used most of half of what they gave me, that half of my supply. We also received, I'll do things bit by bit. So we got a pack of mini dimensionals. We've got these. I'm going to do things as they coordinate. We had the bordered open weave ribbon that is Secret Sea. And this is for our first one of the classes. We received Link Stella, which you could use on anything. A pack of the Nature Walk 12 by 12 designer series paper. And what happened to my camera? Seriously, stop. Why is it doing that? Are you with me? Ugh, so gonna go back to the old way. I love this, but I'm paying for this and it's frustrating. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. Hi. So we got the Nature Walk 12 by 12 designer series paper, and that consists of beautifulness. Um, I guess I don't need to go through all of this, but there's this sheet. I actually used the scrapbook kit yesterday while I was at crafting with Sue and Lisa in Stanley. Used to go to Hopewell. Well, now we go to Sue's house or wherever we can go and meet. So we met yesterday and did some crafting. So we're going to show you the pages that are here. Now, so I did the entire scrapbook kit, but I did it different. Thanks, Sue. Um, there's this. This is so beautiful. In the back side here. So I'm obviously going to use the remainder of this pack for more scrapbook pages because it goes so well with swimming with the manatees and the dolphins. Cannot believe how well it goes. The nature walk concept is hiking and walking and all of that. But this is so beautiful because the water that we were in totally looked this color. It was so amazing. And that was in Cozumel, Mexico. The fact that I can even say that I was in other places, Honduras and Mexico, it was not anything I ever thought I would ever say in my entire life. The opportunities I have lately, my goal is to live, and I'm doing just that, my friends. You're not guaranteed every day. Every day is you are given is a blessing. So live your best life. So there's that with the mossy meadow and the other greens in there. And there's one other piece. Let's see. Is it this one? New. It is. See if I can find it. Maybe I used it. Oh, I did. I used a big piece of it on. There is another piece, and I don't know what that is, but this was what I had. Maybe it's this one. Sorry, hold tight. There's things cut out of it. Nope. Not sure. I may have used the whole thing. So, but that's the gist. Or maybe it's this one. Nope. I don't know. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that was it. I'm searching. 6 pieces, 12 designs. Or 6 different, and you get 2 of each. So there's that paper, which coordinates with these 2 products. And then I'm going to show you the things we made with them. And these back over here. This also was that paper I just showed you. So you can see the different texture. It's a textured paper. Again, it is Nature's Hues 12 by 12 textured specialty paper. Sorry for the noise. But you have 3 different colors, and you can see it's almost like if you were to make your own handmade paper. I don't know if you could see it really good in here, but it's got flecks of fibers of paper in there, and there's the 3 different colors. So very pretty. I hope that sticks around a bit. And the cards we made with those, we did a stamp a stack, sort of, I guess. I don't know. Either way, we made 2 of each card, and there's like 8 cards or something like that. No, we made 4 of each. 3? Either way, 1, 2, 3. So we've got 3 of those cards. So pretty. 1, 2. So we made 12 cards. 3. Very masculine, right? To a great guy. So pretty. And I messed up one of mine, but I fixed it. 1, 2, 3. I ended up cutting this too short, so I added different color paper under there. But like we die cut the, I almost want this die set or in the stamp set, but I don't have it. I have the, like I said, I have the Nature Walk scrapbooking kit that I just put together. So we made those 12 cards, and there's one other thing we did with this product, and I fell in love with it. And I just love it. I absolutely love everything they designed. So there's that. Definitely anyone interested in, more talk about the cruises, you can get in touch with Jennifer Cotton or April McCright, or reach out to me and I can send you some links. But this was a home decor item. It's 8 by 8. The frame is 8.5 by 8.5, but inside is 8 by 8. And we got to do some flicking of the Stampin' Right markers, or no, I'm sorry, the blends. And we did some stamping, added some gold. It was very pretty, very easy too. You just had to do some die cutting and some stamping. Just very, I love it. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to set these cards and envelopes on my back desk here so I don't topple them over. And now we're going to go to the next bunch of products that we got. And that is, yes, that's the sequence I'm going in. Because when I get to the last part, oh, that's going to be pretty amazing. So we got now this is all stuff that was shipped to our house, and then the kits were there for us to create with. So this is what is the name of it? I have another one of these and I can't wait to use it. I fell in love with everything we made. And it is we got bits and pieces left. So much that I can do with this. More scrapbooking. This is the Beach Time Scrapbooking Workshop. So there's a lot of fun with that. And I'm just going to show you what we made with it versus pulling out all this paper because I'm sure I'll visit this paper with you again. We got the puffy stickers. It's got cute little carousels and arrows and tickets and balloons, cotton candy. So much fun. And these spotted dot essentials. So we got those as well. And I think that is it for that. So let's pull out what we made using these products. Stickers! Stickers! Well, that makes sense. Look at Rutan. Oh, sloth. Oh, that's good. I was worried. All right, so we made this album. There's probably other things in here. Let me pull them out. Okay, made this entire album. So much fun using that paper. And of course, they did some pre-printing of things, told us about the cruise, where we were, our cruise ship, where we were going, where we ported from, where we stopped. Awesome stuff. Fun things. I made a few ubus, but I can fix those by embellishing and adding photos. Now, this is the what is that? The 8.5 by 9 album or something like that. Either way, and you can buy these inserts and then you can decorate using memory more cards or regular designer series paper. And these are pocket pages. Now they had told us when we took pictures, do a lot in landscape. If you're going to do one in portrait, do it in landscape as well, because most of where we're going to stick our photos are in the landscape sections of these pages. Made it see like they printed things. And then we used the like relax, create, repeat. Super cute. Sail away on that one page. Um, hello. I think I had to try and stamp that twice because I messed it up. Around the ship, you can add some things. Pool vibes, splish splash, Rotan, Honduras, beach day, Costa Maya, Mexico, Cozumel. So fun. Not a lot of stamping, showtime, some stuff in there about the show. Add some pictures here, all dressed up. Picture of me at dinner when I got dressed up the one night that I did. We will handle that a little bit different next time. Um, it's fun, but it's hard to pack everything, and I didn't have everything. So there was a Western night, and there was like a lot of people I couldn't get over. Like some of these people were dressed up in like ball gowns. So, and well, I finished my book and we had extra time to craft. I decided one day we went down to finish crafting. I decided to make some, excuse me, other pages. And they mimic some pages that, goodness, um, thank you. I'm really trying to look at comments. Sorry if I'm missing anything. I'm just super excited. Um, they mimicked pages that were a little bit bigger that I think April had made. So I just took pictures of them and I downsized them. So I did like 2-page layouts using those designs that she had with leftover stuff um, and whatnot so that I can add these. Let's go to the beach. I can add these into other pages that I have because Stampin' Up, and I'm gonna put this in the suggestion box. Stampin' Up does not have just a pack of these sleeves. And I'm hoping, I don't think they're gonna fit. They're not. These are too small. I am hoping the sleeves that they have are mix and match. So I have to find something for these to fit into my book because I want to add those to my book. So there is my scrapbook. And that was a lot of fun. Of course, I think that sticker of the sloth is probably in there for a reason. Oops, over things. I'm gonna put that back in there. I have a sloth sticker. I tried to get something at each port, and the port I didn't get anything at was Cozumel, except for at the experience with the dolphins and the manatee. So I guess I did get something, right? Okay. Set this in the back so I don't mess that up. And the other product suite we use, which I'm going to use with you today, we're going to make, oh, this was my name tag at my beautiful handwriting. This is my name tag. If it's handwriting, maybe it was printed, but either way, it's so gorgeous. I'm going to create 2 cards with this paper. Oh, put that over there. Okay. So this is, and I'll use my fresh pack to show you what it looks like. Tried doing that the other day and I didn't have every piece. We have lemon lolly. That is either, I think that's pool party and the bubble bath. I'm guessing the colors. Bubble bath, lemon lolly, pool party. Oh, good guess. So we got that. And we got a full pack that we used for our projects. So I can walk you through what this all looks like. We didn't need to bring inks. Everything was set up on the table. We could if we wanted to. I did end up bringing all the stamp sets, and I'm glad they're in new packaging because I can completely, I could have used them, but it was so easy to store them. And that packaging is amazing if you're going away and you need to bring your stamps. It's so amazing. Like, I don't even know how many stamp sets I have in my little thing that Fred had made me. And oh my gosh, it's just wow. And packing them for something to travel with, it's so much easier, less storage. Okay. Wow. I don't know about you guys, but it's been snowing here most of the day. I wanted to get up and go to Amity for coffee and breakfast this morning and or go to the gym. And I was going to go to church, but I ended up attending church online. So I love that they do that. So I haven't been out of the house, but I need groceries. It's crazy. So there is the backside of this sheet right here. Super pretty. And this is a full pack. That's the backside. And then you have this one. And I realized when I was just looking, because I was going to use the image of the Easter suite, the Easter Joy suite, that it is not orderable currently. So I'm not sure what portion of the suite is unavailable. It could be the ribbon, it could be the gems, who knows? So you could a la carte things. So with that, I have 2 sheets of this. There's not, oh yeah, there is stuff on the back of that. I really wish that they would not put designs on the back of their parts because it's really hard because I cut into this and then I'm like, I don't want to cut these, but I ended up cutting through them. So, um, yes, stay tuned. Watch this video all the way through because I'm going to be giving away something and there's going to be some instructions. So, you want to make sure you're watching and commenting, liking, all the things. And if you're new here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me here on Facebook. It doesn't cost you a thing. It does help. It majorly helps people with their algorithms. And all the things. Like I go back and I scroll through and look at the videos, and there are videos where there's like 700 and some odd people that watched, but I don't even have that many viewers. So that makes me sad. And I would love all my viewers to like my channel, subscribe, all those things. And if you're watching from Facebook, go over to YouTube and do that. It just really truly helps me. It's not about growing my business. It's about growing the base of people, the community that I have here in the virtual world so that I can share my creativity with all of you. Besides, I might offer something that you might want to be a part of and it's exclusive to YouTube or exclusive to whatever, and you may miss out on it. And I would feel really sad if you didn't get a chance to get those notifications and all that good stuff. So there is that beautiful paper. It does have kind of a gold shimmer to it. Well, this side is shiny, but there also is foiling. I don't know if you could see that really well. There's foiling on it and it's shiny and it's super thick paper. I really like this paper a lot. So I wasn't sure when I first opened the pack and looked at it, but then we made things and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I used it for other things like my paper pumpkin alternate. I'm not gonna fuss with this right now because I'm not feeling it. So I'm just gonna set it aside and I'll put that back in there. Um, excuse me. But and what we made with that, beautiful things. So we made some cards. We made two of each. So those cut aparts, we've got two of those cut aparts from the kit. And I love that you can, and I don't know if you can see this very well. I love that you can actually take paper and weave in the basket. So these are open sections and you can cut strips with a die cut piece. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. Um, and actually weave different colors in there. It's so cute. So stinking cute. Um, it just looks so, it took forever to make. So there's those two with the two different cut aparts, the pink and the blue. And then, so this is like a Stampa stack. This is the class that I get from Jen every month, her Stampa stack. Um, this is what it would be like. So we got made two of these fun folds. So right here, there's those. I love this little bunny, especially when it looks like a chocolate bunny. Uh, okay. All right. So there's those. Let me put this back in the package. And of course, we all the clear envelopes to store our cards. Excuse me. There's those. And then we got this adorable card. Again, we did some weaving in the basket, the crumb cake. And again, there's those beautiful textured notes or, yeah, textured note dies. So there's that card. And the dots and stripes. I'm not sure what that's called, but I love that one. They're each holding carrots. I'm trying to work on my coloring a little bit. I need to start coloring some more so I learn how to do some shading. Get in there. Okay. And then the last one, so we made 8 cards from this set. It's this one here. Look at all that detail. So pretty. And the dies are amazing. They're so amazing. And I'm going to show you. Actually, might be a little bit more prepared today. Okay. So there's those. There's one more project we made using these. Set those aside as well. And this is, and actually Brenda fell in love with doing the wall art that I think she became signed up for Jen's classes every month for the wall art. So this is and I just put it in a frame. I'm gonna go hang it out there for Easter, out in my living room or kitchen or somewhere. But this is the Easter using that Easter joy, and I put it in a big 12 by 12 shadow box frame that I had purchased from a family member. She was doing all these Cricut things and she had shadow boxes, so I bought them all. I'm like, I can use those for something. So super fun, very time consuming. However, they did have some stuff pre-cut, but it was so fun to put together. And then she's got this guide so that you know exactly where to space everything. It is amazing. Super, super cool. So there's that. And we did some swaps, and I may or may not have shown these swaps to everybody, but if I did, I apologize. If I didn't, well, here we go. There was swapping involved, and I think that was Jennifer's swap. Not sure who that one is, but I love that little fold back technique. I think I saw somebody do that, and that paper is gorgeous. That's that 6x6 paper pack, I think. I got some of this with some bling going on with that beautiful dove paper. That's what that is from. And I love this stamp and that. I've got other swaps with that. Get well soon. They're on my mind and in my heart. So there's that one. That one's Shannon's. This one, again, I think her name was Karen. I don't know why I would forget. She made me laugh. Her and Shannon made me laugh. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Look it. It's a bobby pin. And she added that in there. And there's a Werther's in there. So cute. So she did that diaper fold and added the candy and these little dangles. So cute. And nice little stamp on the inside that is cut out. And then she's got that on the inside there. So cute. So, so cute. Um, and then I'll just leave that out. We got to vote on which our favorite swap was. And there's this one, super cute. I think was this April's? I'm not sure. This was Diane's, and this was the winner of the swap, Diane Bass. We fell in love with her at the hotel. She was the sweetest thing ever. I love this layout. It looks like a window with, the ex ex exposed brick, something like that. I love the gems. It's so pretty. That paper is so pretty. I don't have it. It's super pretty. Here's another one. I don't know who made this, but I love how they carried it on the paper to the inside. I bought this bundle and I have not used it. And now I think it's last chance and it might be gone. And this was mine. I was inspired by pink strawberries. And I can't think of her name off the top of my head right now. But she was making these vintage cards that look like clipboards. Cute as that. So I was inspired by her and I wanted to do vintage. And it's the stone and vine embossing folder in the background. I don't know if you could see that, but I distressed everything. This is the card, but doesn't that look like a clipboard? It's so cute. And then, of course, it's just and I rounded all the corners, did all the stuff, twine, those beautiful gems that were used on on another card. So much fun. But those are the swaps. There were like 9 total. And I got an extra one there. So remember, stay tuned because we're going to talk about prizes. And I have to, oh, I got 2 extra. Other stuff we got, I forgot to tell you. This came in our pack of lovely stuff. We got some linen thread. These were all the things that came to our house and that we had to bring with us. The bubble bath. Where's the English version? Faux linen ribbon. It is 1/8 of an inch. I love it. Bubble bath. That's part of the Easter. And this is obviously we got a full pack of these, but mine are really chewed into. I've been using them for a lot of things. Um, and yeah, that was the stuff we got. I did buy some souvenirs. One I have handy here, but how many of you always, if you scrapbook, those of you that scrapbook, do you keep your luggage tag stuff and all your, like, if you get a printed, I was really sad I didn't get a printed airline ticket for at every airline. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. Because I like to keep those. And have I done anything with them? No. But this is all from the trip. And I'm sure there's actually more somewhere else. Even the scavenger hunt thing is in here. So I'm going to put that scavenger hunt that I did. Selfie scavenger hunt. I probably should not have opened that. Um, Selfie scavenger hunt. And this was the list that they gave us. And I'm going to put it in my scrapbook next to all the pictures I took that were required on this sheet. So that'll be fun for a scrapbook page. Just little, I don't know, maybe wallet size photos. So there's that. And then, see, these are some extra swaps or goodies. Then we went to this chocolate place after going to the sloth, monkey, iguana, and macaw exhibit where we were able to the monkeys were crawling all over us. Yeah, that's awesome. I like to keep all those little mementos. And they're great. You say it's too much junk. That's why we make junk journals. Thank you, Jane. I had such a great experience, never been on a cruise, so I look forward to, I was worried because I get motion sickness. So I did have the patches and they gave me enough to get me through the 7 day cruise. Matter of fact, I think I kept the patch on a day or two after getting home because sometimes people, because of the jet lag and stuff, they can end up getting sick too after a cruise. I don't know, but I'm very, very sensitive when it comes to motion sickness. Not so much like I get sick in a car, but if there's a feeling of dizziness, that's what I end up getting sick to my stomach. TMI. But anyway, I was worried, and I did feel the boat. I mean, I did feel waves. It was crazy. I didn't think that it would affect me, but had I not had those patches, I probably would have been sick the entire time because I did feel it. That big boat, 17 floors, it was gigundous. It fits, besides the crew, I think they said 6,900 people, and that doesn't include the crew. And the crew is a lot of people. You've got all those cooks and all the people, all those people. So, but this was the Rotan Chocolate Factory. Um, and of course, conservation collection. If you got the box and you filled it with 5 chocolates, now do not judge me. Do not judge me. If you filled it with 5 chocolate bars, which we got to sample at the place or the factory, then this was like $35 American money. So you pop this open. Do not judge. I'm telling you, the cruise has been a few weeks past. I have one candy bar left. And no, I did not share. This is the one with the almonds. I had one with coconut, and I had one with cashews. Had one with, it was just milk chocolate and cashews, coconut, milk chocolate. This one, and one was chocolate with coffee. So it had specks of coffee beans in it. But what you don't understand is not one of them. This says milk chocolate. So not one of them was less than 44% um, of chocolate. Like I did 80% dark chocolate. And I'm telling you, this is probably, I mean, it's not like a creamy chocolate because the only ingredients is 44% cacao, however you say that, chocolate, cane sugar, milk, and island almonds. This is like legit chocolate cacao beans from Honduras. So this is like no joke. I was thrilled to try it. It's not like your creamy whatever we put in our chocolate here in the US makes it all that creaminess and a lot of additives. So this is true like if you were to take a bite of some baker's chocolate, now who would do that? Because that's straight up dark chocolate, straight up no nothing. Just yeah. Um, but I love really dark, rich, dark chocolate, and it does not leave a nasty aftertaste. But either way, I have this cute little collection box or this little memento with a sloth on it, and one candy bar left. So lucky me, I got to indulge. So now that I'm over here, I'm going to grab the little projects we're making today because I think that's all I have to share. I shouldn't say that's all I have to share. That was pretty remarkable. It was an amazing time, and I definitely look forward to going on another one with, you know, whoever. Definitely look forward to going with Jen and April again because I had a great time. So, all right, we've got blends. I've got Pretty in Pink, which we need to talk about. I've got Shy Shamrock. lemon lolly. Not sure what I'm going to end up using. Um, sorry, I get a little OCD with some things. And a crumb cake. And yes, Lisa, I still owe you crumb cake, but I have not received an email from Stampin' Up that it's become available. So I need to make sure I'm doing that and keeping an eye out. With bringing some of these colors out, like pretty in pink and shy shamrock, we are going to be saying goodbye to these beautiful in colors. We've got pretty in pink, which is a decent order, peach pie, shy shamrock, summer splash, and petunia pop. These beautiful colors are retiring the end of April, beginning of May, right? Because that's when the new catalog is going to come to us. We have Stampin' Up! Demonstrators that are going to, in March, going to on stage in um, Long Beach, California. I could not justify going and paying for on stage because I don't qualify for a free trip anymore because I started over and I'm a different title than what would qualify me. But anyway, that doesn't matter to me anyway. I cannot justify going to California and paying for on stage, not attending on stage so that I could spend time with my daughter. Um, I just if dark chocolate is the best for real. If I'm going to California, it's to Los Angeles, and I am going to be spending time with my daughter. And those friends that I've made, such as Maggie. Maggie, I'm sorry I'm not going to be there. I know. I will meet you when I come visit my daughter, and I will keep you up to date when that will be because there is a trip in my near future to come to California. And when that happens, I know. I wish I was too, but I just couldn't, especially after the cruise. And I'd have to, there was not enough, I don't have enough vacation time and all the things. So I will be coming to California and visiting Aaliyah in the future, and I will be seeking you out so that I can meet you and spend some time with you. So don't you worry about that. And you're gonna love going to on stage. You're gonna have the best time. You're gonna be spoiled like you won't believe with all the wonderful things that you get. And I you'll meet a lot of people that you watch that inspire you, and it's so amazing. I know, only 30 miles away. I know we talked about that. So when I get to LA, we'll be getting together and you can show me some fun stuff. So as well as my daughter dragging me here and there. So so yes, these colors are retiring, so get your hands on them if they haven't already flown off the shelves. Okay, with that, let's make two cards. We're gonna make two cards today. Time we got 3 o'clock. All right, I've been talking for an hour. Really? Okay. I have all my bits and pieces in here. And the first card we're gonna make is pretty super fun. Um, oh, these are just extra pieces. I'll just set those there. We are going to make this card. I wasn't going to show you at first. I saw someone make a card similar to this, and they were in a area like the UK or somewhere they use metric measurements. So I had to, and they did it no, it was 6 by 6. Wow. So you don't even have to, although I know 3 miles from your home can take like a half hour to get there, from what I understand from my daughter. But that's awesome that you can save and not have to worry about hotel stuff and all that jazz. This card, I was inspired by Karen Foy, I think her name is. And she did it 6 by 6, I think. Either way, it was larger. It wasn't centimeters. It wasn't metric measurements. It was just larger. So I had to kind of figure it out and downsize. But it's a 2 column card. You can see there's 2 columns there, one, two. And it's got half triangles. And on the back is where you're going to write your greeting. So I highly recommend if you know who you're going to send, if you're going to make one of these or a few of them and you know who you're going to send them to, keep the white piece off until you've written all you need to because not in Long Beach. Got you. Um, because when you try and write on it, because there is some bulk, there may be extra postage. Get those non-machinable stamps. It is a little extra postage, but either way, this is Hello Spring, got a pretty tulip. And adhere your white piece after you have written on it because that's going to save you some headache. So we're going to go ahead and make this. And I'll give you all the measurements as we're working along. This piece of Balmy Blue is 9.5 by 4.25. Basic White is 4 by 5.25. This piece is 4 inches this way, 4 inches this way, and 4.25 that way. Okay. We've got all kinds of triangle pieces, and I used the stylish shape dies. Oops, sorry, that was loud. I used the stylish shape dies for these. I believe these are still a current product in the annual catalog. So there's that. And these are pieces that actually were in order till I put them in the bag. They are 3 strips cut from, okay, cut from a piece. So they're 1 inch. No, they're not. The piece measures 2 and, okay, you want 4 inches, 4 1/8. You want 4 1/8 this way, and then it's 7/8 this way. But I ended up cutting a piece that was larger, 4 1/8, 4 1/8, so that I could have them in a sequence. So when I put them on my column, they're going to be in the right order. Not that anyone's going to notice, but I do. These 2 pieces, I only need 1, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet. This is the blue with on the back of the one, this piece. As you can see, it's got the bunnies and all that. You can't really see the detail. I mean, you could see some carrots on there, whatnot. I might use that, or I may use this because it coordinates with this piece right here. Okay. And I forgot to cut a piece that I need, and let me grab a piece of Balmy Blue because I need a piece that is, I think I have a piece that's cut, so hold tight. Maybe not. Oh, all right. I thought I did. I think I used it. It's okay. I'm just gonna cut a piece that I need. So like I said, you only need one of these smaller pieces. I didn't tell you what the size was. It is 3/8 by 2 7/8. And this piece, where are my notes? Notes. Actually, we'll measure this one. It is 2 by 3. So I need a 2 by 3 piece of Balmy Blue. Seems crazy to cut that off a full sheet of paper, but I'm going to. Hey, Debbie, are you going to retreat? Are you going to Mary's crop? I'm back to the, oh, I'll share that in another, share that in another. I almost said stuff. Quick trip, 10 to 15 minutes, including parking. Well, that's super awesome. That's going to be so cool. You're going to have the best time. So, um, let's see. All right. Scoring tool. All right. I used all the squares, not all of them, but I'll tell you the ones I used. And I may need to cut more, but I used the large one, I think. No, I used this one, and this one. These 3. Maybe I used that too. I did. Those 4. So, okay. Here we go. We've got, again, this is 9.5 by 4.25, and you want your scoring tool, whatever it is you use. And my little doodad here. All right. And I'm going to score at 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, and 4 inches. And with that, this leaves me 5.5 by 4.25, which is your normal card base. And these are all going to fold in to be a column. Okay. On that little piece of blue, balmy blue. I'm going to score the short side at a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1.5 inches. Okay. Now, first thing I want to do is I'm going to reverse this because we're folding towards the mountain. You'll notice my nail color. I'm not big on St. Patrick's Day. It's never been my thing. I've just never really been my thing. Not at Penn York. Hopefully the one the end of March. Ooh, where's that one? End of March. Oh, I got the end of March. Oh, is that just at the church? Because if that's the case, I may be there if I don't have anything going on. Oh, I have something going on. My daughter's coming home. Shh, I didn't say that out loud. Okay. So we've folded this in, and this is going to go like this. And we're going to do all that. But before I do that, so this last piece is not going to get any of the decorative paper, the designer series paper. Now again, this one's going to go here. I'm going to put them in sequence so they match up. Someone told me the one time I used this paper that I had flipped it. Thank you, because I was being very conscious of that today. All right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to go. I guess it depends. Guess we'll have to see about the end of March. I can't believe that we are where we're at in February. It's making me so nauseous. I'm looking for my Tombow. Everything's hidden behind my iPad. Yep. Okay. All right. So, with that being said, um, can't really afford all these retreats, but I think they're really helping me stay sane. Honestly, I just love being around everyone. It's so much fun. There's that. Yes, definitely have time to decide. Those are awesome. No frill events. I like it. Uh, okay. Terry, are you back in Florida? Were you home for a little while? If you're still with us, did you come home for a little bit? All right. I think these are in sequence. So I have added these strips that are 7/8, 5, 4, and an 8 to 3 of these, but not this one because this one is going to get adhesive. And actually, I think that this one's okay, but on the other piece, I'm going to have to trim it a little, and I'll tell you why. I made a boo-boo on my sample, so we're going to fix that so that doesn't happen. All right, I'm going to use some tear and tape on this piece. Now that I have my paper on there, go ahead and varnish that on. Grab my take your pick tool. I was home for a week, back in Florida now. Got you. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, we're folding this over. So there's only 2 panels showing, and I'm gonna fold it over again. So I'm gonna adhere that together. And now we got the very first column. Super easy. The issue may be if this doesn't fold right, and I would test it, dry fit it as Paper Pixie says, dry fit it before you do any gluing, is if this meets up to the score line here, it's not going to fold nicely. So you want to make sure that that doesn't happen before you're adding your adhesive, okay? All right. Now that we have that there, we can go ahead and layer our designer series paper on this piece here. So I don't know what keeps popping up on my computer. Stop. Sometimes my computer has a mind of its own. And then I just think it's Brett messing with me. Pretty sure. Um, he has been all over the place showing his face lately. I really don't know what's going on. I'm going to turn my mouse off because it has something to do with it. All right, so we've layered that on there. Just have things popping up on my screen. Yeeks. Brett, stop it. All right. Some of you may think I'm crazy, but he will mess with me in a minute if he gets a chance. What is today? The 22nd? Yep. Okay. So now you can see here on this piece, this is going to be our second column. You can see when I fold this together that one, it's probably going to mess with the seam here. So I'm just going to, on the piece that's going to lie flat here, I'm just going to trim a smidge off. Although, if I were smart, you don't have to do that. Just do as I say and not as I do as I do, not as I say. How's that? Because you don't want that to interfere. I don't know what is happening to my computer. If I lose you guys, I will come back on because I want to make these cards. This I am going to actually use Tombow so I can move it around in case I put it in the wrong spot. So on the far one, and I didn't decorate this first, you want to position it so that it's close to, but not right flush against this column because you want to be able to make sure it's all good. So it's going to fold over nice. Okay. Now this here is going to stick to this edge. So I'm going to add adhesive. And I'm going to fold that over. I'm going to let that dry for a minute. Let that glue absorb into the paper. Stop it. Gremlins. Okay, so that worked out better than my other did. Okay, so we're good there. Now I'm going to take that random strip of paper, and I think I am going to use this piece versus this piece. So I'll stick that in there. And we will use the plaid side. So I'll add some more glue to this side. Do you all know that watching a video all the way through also helps with algorithms for people? So if you are watching videos with other demonstrators, it is so helpful that you watch the entire video or scroll all the way to the end and watch the ending. And I think that will calculate as a view. I think you have to watch a certain amount of time for it to register in the algorithms. So I appreciate you. I know that everybody doesn't have time to just sit here and watch videos, but if you have time to watch me, please watch the whole thing. Ugh, scratchy throat. Okay, so again, this is our prototype. I got googers on here. There's that. This should have been lowered a little bit, but that's okay. We are going to layer this. And I think I'm going to cut the yellow in half. Okay, so we're going to cut this. So what I did is I cut the larger of the square, this larger one, and that's this piece, as you can see. And then I cut it in half. So I did that with the pink and what color is that? Bubble bath, the pool party, and I'm going to cut this one in half. And I need to actually cut another Is that the same size? I don't think it is. I think that's this one is. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so I can cut that in half and use that as well. And then I need a piece of white. Watching while making lasagna. Kevin requested it weeks ago. I have been needing to make lasagna. It's on my list of things to do. That is our Christmas meal. And since Christmases are so different in our lives, and I'm not complaining, um, because it's more so by my own choice and the way things happen in life. I'm okay with it. I like to make lasagna still and give some to Nigel and Maddie and take some to my brother and his girlfriend. So it makes me happy when I can do that. So I will be making lasagna soon too. I also have an apple pie from Monica's still in my freezer that I noticed the other day. And I need to cook that. And I think that will be the dessert because we used to depend on mom making apple pies for the holiday. And, you know, that doesn't happen anymore. And I don't bake pies. So that makes me sad. Not like my mom, anyway. If I were to bake a pie, it's going to be Mrs. Smith's or something to that effect. Or it's going to be some frozen dough or a pie crust that's already made. So, oh, that's not the one I need. Oopsie, I just cut the wrong one. I need this size. So we'll just cut it again, right? Yes. Okay, so we are cutting out the white one that we're going to stamp on because I didn't cut that ahead of time. Actually, I did, but I had a very juicy stamp or ink pad because I re-inked my Memento ink pads and it was very juicy. All right, let's set that down. Put that back on my. All right. So with that, I'm going to come in. I'm going to give you a little tip on cutting your anything that you're cutting with a point tip here. Come in, line it up in your channel of your trimmer. Make sure your blade is already over the piece. Line it up in the channel, which I moved it, and then go back and forth. Because that way, if you're coming from here and hit the tip of it, you're going to bend the tip of your paper. And I'm going to also cut this piece. I love the shimmer paper. Very pretty pastels. When I first joined Stampin' Up, it was a sign-on deal, and I was able to get a whole entire ink pad family or ink family, and I chose the subtles, not realizing that sometimes the subtles are not, they're very light to stamp sentiments with. But I loved the pastel-y vibe of the whole thing. So, all right, we are going to start with layering these two pieces, and obviously, they are different size squares. So we are going to grab our Tombow. Lasagna sounds really good. I need so badly to go get groceries, and I'm not going out of the house. I was going to. I'm like, nope. Worked out that I could do, because I intended on going to church this morning. It's not something I do all the time, but Rachel from the farm had invited me, and I went a few weeks back, maybe over a month. It was before I went on my trip. And then they had us there for Thanksgiving dinner before Thanksgiving and that same week. And I was just like, that is really the community. They were all so welcoming. And I really enjoyed the fellowship and I really enjoyed the um, worship the day I went to church. I have my own, we all have our own vibes when it comes to that kind of stuff. We're not going to get into a heated religious conversation right now. Oh, did you see what I did? That's in the wrong spot. That's supposed to go here. Let's cut another piece. What a goober. Because that's going to get covered with this. My Lanta. Let's find another piece. And actually, no, I need that. I'm looking for my paper. Sorry. I'm just going to cut one more piece of that. Um, so yeah, so I got an alert because I have the app on my phone. And I was like, oh, super awesome. I am just going to listen online. And that made me happy. So, but very welcoming, very nice, and I really enjoyed when I went. All right, so that is cut at 3/8 by 2 7/8. Now I'll get this on the right piece. Sorry. And it's not going to line up. Nobody's going to see this piece right here. So that's a little crooked. The lines on the paper are a little crooked. I think they're supposed to be. So, yeah, and I gotta tell you, I get very sad that the weekends go so fast. And I know that like the week went so fast last week, even being a 4-day work week. I couldn't get over how fast it went. And I've been doing stuff to occupy some of my evenings, uh, because life took a turn for me, and it's okay. Everything's fine. Just I just made choices that I needed to make for my own well-being, and that's where I'm at. But anyway, we're going to add glue to this upper portion instead of adding glue to the triangles. And these are going to go right on there flush. And now you can bend that down, kind of reinforce that. Of course, it's going to move on you. So that didn't really help, did it? Or you can bend it back, whatever. Just kind of find a way to make that stick where it's supposed to. There, that's better. Okay. Now this piece is going to line up not flush on the you don't want it to be in the way of the score line where it folds, and you want it to kind of line up tip to tip. So I am going to add adhesive partially. I don't want to overdo it because I don't want it to go too far from where I want it. So if you line it up with the designer series paper that's under there, that's better. Okay. Looks really cool. I like the way it looks. And then we're going to take this piece of paper and that's going to layer right here, but we want to add something to it and a sentiment. So let that dry. And we are going to come in with, I don't want it to be too busy. So, well, that's white on white. So there's that. I'm going to grab my stamps. So we have, I didn't even show you, did I? Nope. I went and did all this work. Didn't even show you. So here are the stamps. So we're using this tulip and Hello Spring. These are all the die cut pieces. So you have the solid bunnies. Any solid image actually has stamp. I don't think that does. But there's a stamped image for this and these, not this one. I'm sorry. Let me show you the stamps again. The bunnies, the chick, the egg, this floral image right here. This flower is right here, carrot, and that's it. So with that being said, the other pieces are kind of standalone pieces. The basket. These are pieces to weave in here, or you can do something else. How cool does that look? If you cut that out in red, it would be a flag. And these are standalone. We were arguing what kind of flower that was. What kind of flower is that? That is a lily, right? That is a tulip, but the center that looks like a tulip, right? Sure does. Okay. So those are your die images. I like to do that now so I know what all these dies do. So that makes me happy to do. And my Memento ink, all the inks I pulled in for my projects. I'm going to just dab this. Oh, this isn't the juicy one. I put that one away. It's juicy, but not too juicy. And I think part of the stamp is actually thicker. Like right there is thicker and part of the leaves. So there's that. All right, this one away. And now we're going to color. And I think since this is blue, we've got pink in there. I think I'm still going to do it the same colors that I did on the other. I could do yellow, or the lemon lolly. So I'm going to, because the green is such a small area, I'm going to take the dark and I'm just going to dot the stem and just color the leaves. There's not enough space there to really try and do blending. I'd zoom in, but I'll show you this. I'd zoom in, but I would have issues. Daffodil, thank you. Knew it was one of those. Thank you. Not a lily. Now I'm trying to think what a lily looks like. Oh, it's kind of, now I know. Okay. Thanks. Let's see. All right. And then we've got our dark and our light. So I'm going to take the dark and kind of put some of the dark of the pretty and pink in the lower portion of my tulip. Kind of blend that out. It may or may not go very well, but there is my tulip. This can, now that it's all stamped and colored, can go on my card. Right there, and it's going to line up with those tips, those corners. And we're going to stamp in, I think I'm going to stamp this one in Balmy Blue because of the background. So these are all the inks that I have. I have my Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Lemon Lolly, Shy Shamrock, Balmy Blue, and then I pulled in Early Espresso and Crumb Cake because I will be doing some stamping of a rabbit on the next card. So with that, put these out of the way. Let's go ahead and find a piece of white scrap. Perfect. Is that long enough? I will use this one. And the stamp I want is Hello Spring. Stamp on my, ooh, this is a very dry ink pad. There we go. And I'm going to kind of put it right there in the center. Now you can cut it out with the banners and um, I don't think it fits in this one, but you could cut it in the smaller one and cut it. Or you can just grab, if you have, your 3 banner punch. And I am going to upside down because I want the straight edge to be to the left-hand side of my tag. And with that, now this is going to be white on white. So do I want to do something to the edge of this? So I am going to take my Shy Shamrock light marker and I'm going to color the edge of my tag to help it stand out. So you're just taking the edge of your marker, the pointy edge, and just adding color like so. You can see that okay. Always make sure those click when they shut. Okay, with that, I'm only going to add adhesive to the very tail end of this because it's going to cover only part of that area and stick off. So there's that. And then we will grab those pretty gems and add some cuteness. I don't think I did on the first one, but I'm going to on this one. I will take your pick tool and add some yellow and blue and another blue. And I think I'm going to put that blue up in the other corner. So there you go. And then of course your piece of white will go on the back, which I have here. But I'm not going to write on it yet. So I'm just going to keep this together for me to write something. Okay, there is card number 1. The second card is kind of easy. We are using some of those cut aparts in the paper. Remember, I'm going to announce prize. I'm going to tell you what you'll need to do. And you'll have to come back and comment. But I'll tell you in a minute what you'll have to do because on YouTube, all your comments unfortunately disappear on me. So, if you watch through the video, you'll know what to do and that will work out great. All right, the second card, these things out of the way. The second card is using a piece that is already decorated. We're just going to add some stuff to it. Super cute. But I also have a trick with the grass. So we take all our pieces out. We will have to do a few die cut images, but that's okay. Really quick, we'll do those first. Actually, no, we won't. We'll color our We'll do our stamping, coloring, and we will then go through the measurements. Okay. All right. So this is a piece of scrap. Yes, I made mistakes on the back, and that's okay. I want my rabbit, my little bunny rabbit with the floppy ear. And I want to, because this is water-based ink and our blends are alcohol-based. Oops. I want to put this away. Stamp this in early espresso. Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling needing spring. Spring and warmer weather. Wow, I really jammed that way up, so I'm not going to press too hard. I don't want all that extra ink going on. My YouTube on my iPad keeps stopping on me. I think because I get ahead of myself and it's weird. Such a lag. Okay, perfect. So stamped in early espresso, it's water-based ink. We are using alcohol markers and it's all going to work out where hopefully nothing bleeds. Sometimes I find freshly stamped images and coloring don't always go hand in hand because I don't take enough time for that ink to dry and saturate into, you can see that cute little bunny, saturate into especially when demonstrating, the paper. So it ends up causing, maybe some bleeding outside the lines, but hopefully I will have that under control. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color my bunny with the light crumb cake marker. Everything except the tip of the nose. I didn't even color the tip of the nose on the other one. What a goofball. Guess I better add that. And then I'm going to come through and add dark and then blend it out. Sometimes that works better for me. Sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to leave it the white little cottontail. You're not going to end up seeing it anyway. All right, we're going to add crumb cake light to the ears, around the outside. And in the smaller areas, don't feel bad about using the pointier tip and just doing some dotting because that sometimes is easier so you're not coloring outside the lines in a sense. I'm going to come in with my dark. I'm going to add a little bit of dark to the bottom of his feet, under his arms. Blend that out before it dries. Sometimes, I don't know, I'm not very good at it, like the whole blending of light and dark. And I'm going to add some dark on the ears down here. And just dot a little there. That's a pretty sketch that I just used that tip for that. Blend that. Usually, I mean, when you're blending, you're just pulling that ink. Yeah, that's bleeding a little bit because I'm saturating it too much. Come in again with my dark, and I want some around this area. And then blend that out. You can blend in a circular motion, whatever you choose. It'll even out. There's that one. You can see where there's different shades of the light and dark on the bunny. Um, that looks kind of weird. So let me just kind of do this. All right, it'll even out. Now I'm going to take my light pink, Pretty Pink, and take the brush tip, just add some pink rosy cheeks. And I'm going to grab the dark one and give him a pink nose. I'm going to dot that right in there. And this one too, because I forgot. And then the dark pink in the center of the ears. Why? Yes. Why not? There's our bunny. Now, a lot of people cut their stuff out before they color, which makes sense because if you don't cut it out straight, that's going to lead to an issue. You just spend all that time coloring and then have to redo it. So let's grab our die, which everything is in my little thing here. I've already die cut the grass. I'm going to show you a trick with that. This is my product of the week too. I will be using this again this week. That's not what I need. Because I want to make some 3D projects. So we will be visiting that again, whether it's pre-recorded or not, because Thursday is Creativity Made Easy. It's not the right one. And this Friday, I have my paper pumpkin PJ party. Stop in YouTube and or Facebook. Hopefully we're broadcasting like this, 7 p.m. on Friday. It's the last Friday of every month. I'm going to save my paper pumpkin and I'm going to do everything with my paper pumpkin that I want to during that Friday night PJ party. So, all right. Cut out our bunny. Cut out our grass. We already have our sentiment stamped, and I'll show you what I did with that. Hopefully this will go. Oh, we do still need to cut out our eggs. So let's grab those out of our shimmer paper. So we got our bunny. We need 3 eggs. Maybe, maybe not. Sorry, everything is buried. There it is. That's very magnetic. All right, let's grab this again. We're going to cut out 3 different colors with our shimmer paper. That'll go really quick. It's a solid egg. I'm not stamping anything. And there's the cover. What are you doing? What are you doing? There's that one. I got googers on that too. Something with me and glue. Glue googers. Oh, I was telling you about my nails. So my nails, I'm not big. I was saying I'm not big on St. Patrick's and stuff like that. So I decided I want a green, even though I'll have my nails done before St. Patrick's Day. Or will it be? Yes, it will. It doesn't matter. Um, and I wanted a green, but I didn't want green. So doesn't that look like our basic beige color? It's like kind of beigey. It's got some hues of gold shimmer, and it has some of the beige kind of accent and the green hue that is in our beige color. I thought, wow, that's really stamping up. So, and I like it. It's pretty. I mean, it doesn't look very nice with my skin tone, I don't think, but I think it's super cute. So, all right, here's our pieces. There's our original. There's our guy and our grass. So the grass, you cut your grass out and it gives you this piece. So I thought, well, let me save some time. I want to layer some grass and I'm going to use the negative, which is still grass looking, and I'm going to incorporate this in my card. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that as I did here. I had 2 layers of grass. Okay, this needs to be cut down to go on the top layer of our card. So right now it's 6 by 4. We're going to set that aside for a minute. Our card base is Shy Shamrock. It is 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm just going to fold it over. The original is the other size, and it folds sideways. As you can see, I just grabbed so that I will be able to fit this. This was already cut, and I thought, why cut another piece? I hope I'm not getting a cold. All right, now I need to cut this down to, and I don't want to cut too much of the prettiness off, but it needs to be 5.5. I think if I do that, I mean, it did cut part of the flower off. 5.5. No, sorry, I lied. 5.25. I'm gonna keep cutting. 5.25. I went too far. Lord have mercy. Did I go too far? I did. We're gonna use it anyway. I went 5 1/8. So now I have to go this shorter. Atlanta. Okay, so there is. It's supposed to be 5.25 by 4. So with that, let's see how it looks on here. Just going to give me more space on that layer, and that's fine. Okay. It's supposed to be 5.25 by 4. And this is 3/8 by, goodness gracious, time to stop talking. 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. We're going to put that here on our Shy Shamrock layer, and this is pretty in pink. And we're going to layer this on that layer. I will have to get some of that. Thank you. I forget about that Zycam. I'm on so many meds, I'm always afraid to take something for fear of it interfering with stuff. But yes, you're probably right. All right. Now, the trick to the grass. So we have the negative piece, because this is the piece that gets cut out with your die. We have the negative piece. And what I want to do, because when you layer this on it, I don't think that it covers those straight edges, or does it? Yeah, it kind of has a straight edge here, unless you do it lower. Maybe we don't have to do anything. I'm going to, just because I did in the other one, grab my scissors, and I am going to round this up to that first blade of grass and curve that down, just so I have that straight edge gone. And this is going to go down, the bunny goes down first. Okay, got a flower on him. Oh, shoo. Wasn't like a peanut butter sandwich where it falls down on the peanut butter side first. If it falls off your out of your hands onto the floor. Has that ever happened to you? Um, did it fall glue side down? All right, we are gonna hide the bunny. We are gonna hide some eggs peeking out from the grass. Actually, that needs to go behind that one. And the blue pool party. I have that one there, overlapping. And the pink one will be here. And then I'm going to take the other piece of grass, add some adhesive only onto the base part, and lower that a little bit. Come all the way over to that edge. Tuck that there. So we've got our bunny and the eggs hidden in the grass. Super cute. And then we have our tag that I cut earlier, and that I stamped earlier. I stamped it twice just because I did. The Happy Easter stamp in our stamp set, which is right there. Big piece of paper. And I'm going to trim this. We are almost done. 2 hours. Thank you for hanging on with me. Appreciate you. This is about a 1/2 inch that I end up cutting, but I have to make sure my words are not in the way. So I'm going to come back in. I'm going to do it just a smidge less than that. But a 1/2 inch was the original one. And now I'm going to do a side angle cut here and there. Add dimensionals. Which I had out. That's okay. I'll grab some more. These are the minis. Just gonna put a few. And take those little boogers off. Grab that. Bring this in. Add that to the top of our card. We'll put a piece of white on the inside, which I don't think I did for this one. Oh yeah, I did. It's right here. White for the inside. Grab our embellishments. It's always fun when you attach a piece of the dimensional backings into things. All right, that is the 5 1/4 by 4. And grab our fun little things. And we're going to add some of those pink Easter eggs. They're cute little Easter eggs. I'm going to do one. I'm going to do 3 in a row. Yeah. There's one. And there's one. We'll keep it in the grass though, right? That one right there. There's a card. There you go. Fun, fun. That is it. All the fun I shared from the retreat. Turn my mouse back on. My computer was acting haywire. And ignore that. Oh, okay. Hi. Okay. So cards, fun cards, and our other card. This was fun. I hope you enjoyed that fun fold. It's kind of bright in here from the sun, sun shining. Well, it's not really shining, but daylight. Love it. And actually, it looks bright on my computer. It doesn't look bright on. The color is amazing. I'm loving it. Yay! So, with that, hold tight, friends. I don't even know how one of these look on me. Look at that. I want some sunshine. Let's go to the beach, babies. I had to. All right. Many stamp and blessings. Have a wonderful week ahead. I will see you right here, 7 p.m. on Thursday for Creativity Made Easy. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And yeah. Okay, I'm back. It's the deal. So, in order to earn a half pack of the Designer Series paper, look in the comments or in the description of each video, and I'm going to tell you what you need to do because after the video, you can't do it while the video is going on because I won't see the comments on YouTube. So, go back and in about 5 or 10 minutes and see what the description says that you need to do in the comments. And I will be giving away half pack of the Easter Joy paper. I will be giving away 2 of the cards I made today. And I have one of my cute little gifts with the horse and that little thing that I gave at the cruise. And I think that's it. One of my swap cards. So that's a nice little bundle of stuff. So go ahead and check out the description of each video again and give me about 5 minutes and I'll have that.